Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. And as you can see from the photo that's getting ready to be played, there was a triple stabbing in NYC. And ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. But you should already know the answer to that. And the answer is St. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So you seeing more and more of iniquity abounding, which is sin upon sin. And what other place than New York City? Okay, we know there's a lot of sin going on up there in New York City, and not just New York City, but throughout the whole land. Okay, this is Babylon the Great. So it's best for you to be on your P's and Q's in these last days. And you're not going to be able to be on your P's and Q's if you don't have this word, all right? So let's read that in St. Matthew 24 and verse 12. It says, give me 1 second. St. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And you finna see, okay? That's why it pays to be on point with this truth, because this truth can prevent a lot of things happening if you would all but take heed, okay? I went into it, you know, in the live street preaching that what? A prudent man, Proverbs 22 and 3, a prudent man foreseeth evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So if you don't take heed to this word, this is the outcome that could potentially take place. Now here it is, this man in the yellow shirt, you know, came to the rescue of this woman that he was with and ended up, you know, getting deleted. Okay? I'm just gonna say it like that. He came to the aid, to the rescue of this woman that he was with and ended up getting deleted. And you may ask yourself, well, that's the chivalrous thing to do. No, that chivalry is going out the window, man. If that woman is not exclusively yours, don't even deal with her, man. If she's talking about let's just be friends and all that type of nonsense, hey, cut it off, man. That chivalry, that simp, hey, that's gonna get you rocked and knocked and socked, okay? And we finna see an incident, okay? This man came to the rescue of this woman, you know, that he was with, and ended up getting that work done to him, man, by this guy right here in the bandana, okay? And they all probably was in a halfway house, but it's reported that this man in a bandana had been in one of those halfway houses for years, okay? So he was already going up top, okay? He was already off his rocker, man, and he just got busy, okay? Don't know if it was a squabble over whether or not she was playing both of them, you know, or what it was about, man, but you finna see, okay? The dude in the yellow, he got that work put on him from trying to come to her rescue, man. And if that's your MO, to try to get some, to be, you know, the guy that comes in and steps in and play the macho man, if that's your MO to try to get some, hey, that's on you. But you can't say you haven't been warned. And these scriptures goes into vivid detail and tells us these things, okay? So let's let the video play, and we're going to interject with a couple of precepts, and then we're going to close it out. All right, here it is. This is what happened. This is what happened to you when you don't use prudence, okay? Let it play.
Now been filed against a suspect that was arrested in connection with a deadly triple stabbing in the East Village.
Fox 8's Arthur Chian joins us live from the scene near East 14th Street and Avenue A. And Arthur, you just got some exclusive video from that attack.
Natasha, Teresa, the video is so disturbing. In fact, we can only show you certain portions of it. There are two main parts to the story right now. It is that the authorities have charged the man they arrested out here with 1 count of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. The other part of the story is that we have been reporting from this block behind us several times in the past year, talking about concerns from residents who say that if something isn't done to clean up the streets, something bad will happen. And yesterday, apparently, it happened. This is the aftermath. We can't roll the actual video of the attack because it's pure violence. We can only freeze the frames so we can relay what the witness who gave us at Fox 5 this video tells us about what happened here this weekend. At the corner of 14th Street and Avenue A, the violence centers on this man wearing a bandana.
Look at that, man. You talking about a potential standoff. Look at this. Look at this shot right here. This is a potential standoff, man. You got the guy in the yellow that's coming to the woman that he was with, and then you got the guy with the bandana and the cape on, you know, getting ready to take care of business, man. And if she's not dealing exclusively with you, don't even bother, man, because these women ain't worth it, okay? She could be using you and the other person for whatever benefits and purpose that she wants, okay? And you coming to her rescue and trying to save her, and you end up getting, you know, off. Okay, look at that stare down, man. Look at that stare down, okay? You got the Northern Kingdom versus the Southern Kingdom over a damn Edomite. You can't make this up, man. You got the Northern Kingdom, I believe his name is Alejandro, with the, you know, bandana on and the cape. And then you got Jake from the Southern Kingdom. And then you got the Edomite down there on the ground. Okay? Hey, this is why you got to use prudence, brothers, and you few sisters. But mostly you brothers, man. Because it always ends over a damn woman. All right? And Jake, you know, from the Southern Kingdom, he got that work put on him by Jake from the Northern Kingdom over a damn Edomite, a Sheedomite. Let's let it play.
Pants shirt and some sort of a dark cape. In his right hand, a sharp object.
Look at that, man. Look at the size of that knife, man. Look at that. Over a damn Edomite, man. You got to lead it over an Edomite. You can't fall in love with these women, man. Especially from no other race. They'll have you to go off. Okay? They will have you to go off. All right? Look at that blade, man. Hit him right up under the ear. Look at that. Like he had this type of, you know, this type of experience before. Whether it was, you know, in one of these halfway houses, a prison cell, or some type of training, man. Look at that, man. Hey. Let it play.
The first frames of the video obtained by Fox 5 shows the suspect attacking a female victim, stabbing.
There go the Edomite woman on the ground right there, man. Instead of minding your business, she ain't exclusively yours. She for everybody. Like they say, she for the streets. You want to try to make her your wife, and ended up getting your life taken. Jake, you got to be smart, man. You got to move with wisdom. This Bible is our wisdom. This is what's going to keep us safe and sound in these last days. Okay? That coming to the rescue, you know, that shit is going out the window, man. You could throw that out back in the early 2000s, late 90s, man. It's 2024. Ain't no excuse for you not to know or be put up on game right now. You know, even because y'all done shared a couple of plates in the halfway house and, you know, shot up a couple of needles and you think y'all tight and close, man. No, man. Let that go. Okay? This is what happened when you try to step in and, you know, take on somebody that you ain't fully equipped to take on. This man had a blade about the size of a damn machete, man. And Jake was unarmed. Talking about, you know, the Southern Kingdom Jake. You know, he was unarmed. The Northern King, he came, because they say don't bring a firearm to a knife fight. Well, hell, don't bring a fist to a knife fight, man.
Even as she's on the ground on her back, she's kicking and trying everything to fight him off. A man in a yellow shirt then jumps in to help her fight the attacker. Then we can see him stabbed at least 6 times around his neck and shoulder. Multiple bystanders run over to help, including a shirtless man wielding a billboard. 2 of the yellow shirt then jumps in to help her fight the attacker. Then we can see him stabbed at least 6 times around his neck and shoulder. Multiple bystanders run over to help, including a shirtless man wielding a billboard.
Now look at that image there. Look at that image there, man. Man leaking. Man leaking profusely. His bearings is gone. He don't know where he at. He pretty much at this point just running off an adrenaline, man. Making it even worse. Cause them arteries is just pumping blood out of him, man. He done got plugged up 6 times from coming to rescuing a damn Edomite when you could have just let her fend it for herself, man. There'll be spirits created for vengeance, man. You can't jump in the way unless you get part of that judgment. Okay? That's what you simps fail to realize, man. There'll be spirits created for vengeance. And if you get in the way of their judgment, you get that, you get part of that judgment as well. And Jake got it, man. And it turned out that it was his judgment that was getting ready to be played out. See how cold the Most High is? The Most High, hey, he's cold, man. And he warning you. He telling you, okay, exactly what it is that, you should be on the lookout for. Because if you continue to, go on your ways and sin, then what's going to happen? You're going to meet the judgment just like this Jake did, okay? So that's why we giving you the heads up. You seeing that. Look at that image, man. That man leaking. Don't know where he at. Stumbling and ended up being pronounced unalive.
2 of the victims stumble away. The man in the yellow shirt eventually collapses.
Saw a man getting into the ambulance. He had a stab wound on his neck. I'm pretty sure he's the one that's pronounced.
The attack took place in broad daylight after 5:30 on Sunday. Police say a 38-year-old man was killed from being stabbed in the neck. Our witness says it was the man in the yellow shirt who went to save the woman he was with. The 52-year-old woman in the video is in.
Let's get a quick precept. First Ezra chapter 4, and let's start around verse 25, man. You gotta get it, man, because this right here is what's potentially going to keep you safe in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. You're gonna have cliques that's putting bait out there for men to take it that can't, refrain from coming to the aid of a damsel in distress. You gotta let that be, man. If she ain't yours, and talking about exclusively, don't even bother, man. Don't even bother. Let's get First Ezra chapter 4. In verse 25, we're going to start and read on down to 27. This is First Ezra chapter 4 and the Apocrypha, verse 25. Wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father and mother. Verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women. Right. And that's you simple Jakes, man. You simps. You run out your wits. You go crazy. You act like you ain't never had none before. Okay? And if you ain't, don't worry, man. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get what's coming for you, either when all hell collapses or you're gonna get it in the kingdom. You ain't gotta run out your wits just to get some. This ain't the time, this ain't the time nor the place, man. We in these last days, man. These women are going to be used as snares. Okay? This ain't the time nor the place to be trying to think about coming to the aid of a woman that don't belong to you, man. You gotta be smart about this thing. You gotta have your wits. It says, 1 Ezra chapter 4 and 26. Yea, many there be that have run out their wits for women and become servants for their sakes. Right. And you see what you see what this guy got happened to him for being a servant, coming to her aid. He got that work. He got plugged 6 different times until he fell over and collapsed. It says, many, verse 27, 1 Ezra chapter 4 and 27. It says, many also have perished. And this guy later on went to perish. Why? Because he came to the aid of this woman to be a servant and got knocked off. 27, many also have perished, have erred and sinned for women. Right. Let them fend for themselves, man. This ain't the time nor the place, man. They've gotten that sense of entitlement that they can talk and run their mouth and somebody's going to come to their rescue. No. Let them fend for themselves. They don't want a man. They don't need a man exclusively. Then by all means necessary, let them fend and fight off whatever man comes for them, okay? Fight against your better judgment and go and help some random woman, or even some woman that you know, but she's not dealing exclusively with you. Go against your better judgment, because if you don't listen to what the word says and you go with your own understanding, it could potentially get you knocked off. All right. And that's what we see here in this case right here. This man got knocked off because he didn't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this truth. It could have prevented him. Okay. But now, hey, he up there in the spiritual world. Okay. Getting ready to either come back down or waiting to come into the kingdom. All right. Just like that. Over damn Edomite. Let it play.
Critical condition, and a 31. Police say a 38-year-old man was killed from being stabbed in the neck. Our witness says it was the man in the yellow shirt who went to save the woman he was with. The 52-year-old woman in the video is in critical condition, and a 31-year-old man stabbed in the back was also hospitalized. Police have now identified the attack.
I mean, come on, man. Buddy getting that work over Edomite, man. Jay, you got to do better than that, man. You got to do better than that. I understand you in some rough times, man, but goddamn.
As Alejandro Piedra, a 30-year-old from East New York, Brooklyn. His address goes to an organization called Services for the Underserved, which tells Fox.
And Alejandro Piedra is the guy with that blade, man, putting in that work. Okay? There be spirits created for vengeance that lay on sore strokes and destructions in their time of judgment to please the wrath of him that made them. Okay? And you got in the way of a potential judgment and you became the new judgment. You see how cold the Most High is? That's why you got to mind your own business, man. Stay out of shit that don't belong to you. All right? If she ain't dealing exclusively with you, let it be. Plain and simple. This is neither the time nor place, okay? We coming into some very tumultuous times, you know, where a lot of simps, or should I say servants of women, are going to get knocked off, point blank, okay? Because they're not fully equipped to handle and know the details to every little outs and ends, okay? And you seen he was enough distraction to allow her to slide off into safety while he took the brunt of the force. Let's watch that again, because you're going to see her get up and slither her way on up out of there. She ain't try to help. She ain't try to pull him off of her. She didn't try to pull him off of him. No, she got the hell up out of there, man. And that's just how Esau Edom gonna do y'all jakes, man. He gonna put y'all in a worse predicament, and then he gonna slither himself on up out of there and leave you there to fight for yourselves. And then he gonna have you fighting against your own brother while he done slither his way out. And that's a good depiction. Let's run it back and see her get up and leave. Didn't even try to, do something or help. No, she just got the hell up out of there.
Attacker as Alejandro Piedra, a 30-year-old, the woman he was with. The 52-year-old woman in the video is in critical condition, and a 31-year-old man stabbed in the back was also hospitalized. Police have now identified the attacker as Alejandro Piedra.
She got the hell up out of there, didn't she? Didn't look back or nothing.
30-year-old from East New York, Brooklyn. His address goes to an organization called Services for the Underserved, which tells Fox 5 Piedra's been a resident there for years. Back on the block in the East Village where the violence unfolded, residents are shocked, but not the least surprised.
Sadly, I wasn't surprised.
Travis is a father of two, and Fox 5 has been down to this corridor of East 14th Street repeatedly, reporting on concerns from residents about unsafe conditions, including the constant presence of homeless and mentally ill individuals. We've seen it for ourselves.
The situation is dire. It's really, really rough.
What's that, James 1:8? A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And you can bet, there's a lot of double-minded people that's fighting them demons in their head from taking those, those medicines, those, the drugs. There's a lot of unstable, people in that section that's probably, double-minded. And you seeing the results of that, through their actions. That what? They making, unreasonable choices, okay? They got demons on them, point blank. I believe that's James 1:8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, okay? And that's the state of majority of those people that's, out on the streets and in those predicaments. They are all double-minded, okay? They got demons on them, man.
The unhoused and just like unhinged people around are really, it's scary. And with my kids, it's a lot.
Since we arrived here today, there had been a police presence, but that is gone now. That police presence is what the local city council member tells us he wants for this area. But the fact that they're gone now illustrates how residents feel it is unsafe. Some of them telling us what they think is really needed here is for the city to make a decision on whether or not they want to clean up the street behind us. We're live in the East Village. Arthur Chian, Fox 5 News. Teresa, back to you.
That video was tough to watch, Arthur.
All right, 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And if you don't have the truth on your side, you're going to be easy, an easy target. All right? If this man had a inclination of what was going on, he would have known to get the hell up out of there, man. Let well be. She don't belong to you. You thinking you doing a good deed, coming into the rescue, standing up, trying to, save her from a potential attacker, and you ended up getting deleted. Okay? Just like that, the change of events took place in the blink of an eye. He went from the, person coming to help to the person needing help. Okay? You don't stand in the way of judgment, man. Or else you get judged. Okay? So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And with that being said, I pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.